Hello guys, UnoPro back here again. I'm really excited. It's been a while since I've been able to record, which I do really apologize for. I hate when I'm away and I can't record, but I was on holiday for basically all of the new patch and a couple days before that. So I've been home for a day and a bit now. Had some time to test, look at the meta, play around with a few things, and I'm really happy to be back, and hopefully you can pump out some more videos, make up for that lost time. So anyway, we've gone back to a more aggressive Songhai, and it is something you're seeing on the ladder more and more. And this is the Songhai I love. This is the type of Songhai that I love playing. But it's a little bit different than how it used to look. Okay, so Ghost Lightning is something I'm actually going to come back to later. 3 Heartseekers with Vitruvian out of the meta. This is actually quite a good card. Once again, it was always pretty decent, but Vitruvian made it a little bit awkward. Abyss and Songhai is basically the only decks I'm facing at the moment, which is what I'm considering. I'm only caring about beating Abyssian and Songhai because that's what I'm versing 95% of the time at S rank. Heartseekers, against Songhai or Abyssian, it's gonna take a card, more than 1 mana to kill it. Whether that be like a Demonic Lure, Phoenix Fire, might take a Tusk Ball, but it's not the end of the world if it gets Tusk Ball either way. 3 Saber-Spine Seal going back to more aggressive. For the 2-drops, we have Healing Mystics, Kaidos, and Tusk Balls. The numbering on this was just basically testing. You could probably try Kaido Fist in here, Primus Fist in here. But Kaido Assassin is not bad. It's a proactive drop. I think it's better than Jaxi. Jaxi's still a decent card, but it's not really what we want in an aggressive deck. 1 attack can kind of just be ignored, and this is definitely an aggressive Songhai. 3 Phoenix Fire is really nice at the moment, especially because of our lower curve deck. We can kind of curve out with it. 2 Elcuins. I really like 2 Elcuins in most of my Songhai decks. 2 Cyclone, also a card I try to run. 3 Killing Edge. This list was actually I kind of started with Prototype's list. I was testing that out, and then I made my own list. But he was running 3 Killing Edges, I think, and I really liked it. So, especially with the Heartseekers in the deck, it's quite good. And we actually have a backstab target still. 3 Landfox, amazing card, especially in the more aggressive Songhai decks where you can empty your hand a bit more. You don't have to worry about it clogging. And then we have our top end, not much of a top end, just the 2 Silhouette Traces, 2 Spiral Techniques, but we are a more aggressive list, and we can kind of, get a few more cards with Elcuin, and Lantern Foxes. Cyclone Mask and Mask of Shadow combo is also, good for getting a lot of value out of your cards for a low amount of mana. Anyway, so that'll be enough for now about the deck. Oh, sorry, Ghost Lightnings. Mine's a bit slow in this deck tech, I'm not going to lie. So the Ghost Lightnings, I was running Juxtapositions for so long. Like, that was the main deck. And now I'm just trying these out. I might actually put one Dispel in there instead. But I was playing against Abyssian, most of my matches, over 60% of my matches were probably against Abyssian. And I was realizing I'm never using Juxtaposition, or I'm using it for a tiny little advantage. And so I was just, why not get rid of it? Try Ghost Lightning. Sometimes it's a bit awkward, depending on what type of Abyssian, but if you're a Deathwatch Abyssian, it's awesome. The Vorpal, what's it called? The Abyssian card, I always forget the names of it, the legendary. Vorpal, I have it right. The Dying Wish, it lets you deal with that pretty easily, and there's a lot of 1 health minions in the meta at the current moment. Where's my deck gone? Okay, it didn't save the name. Let me just check. That's right. I don't know why it's done that. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. I did rename the deck, so I guess that's why. Anyway, a lot of 1 health minions at the moment. Tusk Balls, Heartseekers, all that. Night Star Assassins, also another 1 health target, and it's definitely a very aggressive meta, which is not a bad meta for Ghost Lightning. Phoenix Fires, never really like keeping them too much. I just want early game minions. Probably get rid of Saber-Spine Seal. There's no really good I mean, you could keep it if you worry about a Lantern Fox, but there's so many other ways to deal with a Lantern Fox that are, you know, just equally as good. Alright. Not the worst start. Pretty good. Land Fox here we can deal with. We can Mask of Shadows, equip another Heartseeker. Well, not equip another Heartseeker, play a Heartseeker. Kaido Assassin, that's okay. Tuskball there. Is he juxtapositioning? Okay. We can actually get a free kill on that. Okay, that's actually a good example of why you play Heartseeker here and not here. It's because if I played it here, then he would have been able to just Tuskball. So I got a free juxtaposition out of playing it there. Most people will do that. I might actually keep this hand. It's not bad. I like it. Just because, you know, if we say we have the ability to Silhouette Tracer somehow next turn, and behind his back, he might hit us back with a Mask of Shadows, which will leave him guaranteed open to it. And then just having the extra, having the second Mask of Shadows in the Songhai mirror match is huge. Because, you know, it's always a bit of a risk when you Mask of Shadows backstab your opponent. Because they can have 2 and hit you for 14 damage. Having that second one as a backup, even if you don't need to use it on your initial turn, is really big. Okay, so he's kind of swarming us down a little bit here. So, can we go for the backstab? I don't believe we can. Let me just... Yeah, I didn't think we could. So, we have a little bit of an awkward turn. Let's get rid of the Kaido. The only spells on juxtaposition. Could do that. I'm just not sure we need to. I think we can probably just get away with Cyclone Mask. Knock one down. It's tempting to move this away, but we don't want to allow him to get frenzy value. So we'll just, I guess we'll just chip away at this. Well, it is tempting to go face. He's only got 2 cards in hand. We have the artifacts, so I feel like we can actually go for, you know, a hardcore value kind of game plan. Because we can just clear his board every turn, and we have some healing, so we don't have to be worried about stalling out too much. Alright, so it's already coming to fruition a little bit. Juxtaposition's still not really going to do anything. That's a nice draw, I think. We could just backstab him. But then we can't clear. I don't think we need to even do that. I think we can just... Well, the only thing that lives is the Kaido. So we can Ghost Lightning and backstab him. Now, I think we should just go for the... Probably just go all out and do 14 damage to him with this and this. That's pretty strong. That's a lot of damage. That's hard to pass up. And then if I hit here, like Ghost Lightning can probably clean up the board next turn. It's the biggest risk though, but he's back to 4 cards in hand, so I don't think we're in a position where we're, you know, can be ridiculously overconfident we'll win now. 14 damage is a ton of damage on turn 3. So we're going to hit here. So now it's quite easy for us to clean up the board next turn, at least these 2 minions with the Ghost Lightning. And we have, you know, a lot of damage in hand as well. As long as he doesn't have triple Mask of Shadows. Double Mask, we're not. It's not the end of the world. We probably can still win if he has that. But yeah, it's always a risk, even in this situation. Double Mask of Shadows is a way he could come back. So we'll also hopefully be playing an Abyssian gameplay video at some point. Do need to, you know, kind of work out, learn the deck a bit, because it is Abyssinian is probably the faction I have the least experience with. I have some playing on a Smurf, but on my main I don't really. So yeah, we've still got the range mask here, so that doesn't matter at all. And we will have lethal. Awesome. So we come through, we will hit him. And we will kill him. Alright, so you know, we got a little bit lucky there. Having the artifacts is very important in the Songhai mirror. I've always said that, especially Cyclone Mask. It just changes the whole game plan. And then having the silhouette tracer there with the second mask, you know, that was a good draw for me, definitely. It's tempting to keep it all, but I think it's a little bit too optimistic to assume my Heartseeker is going to live if I can't play on curve. If this was a Lantern Fox, I would do it because they're both good targets. This is not really a great target, and it's not the hardest board for him to clear. Plus, we want to spend our mana as efficiently as we can. Alright. I think I'll get rid of the Mask of Shadows, because I wanted a 3-drop, which I didn't get. We can play this here. We can play it first, since we're only playing a 2-drop. Alright. Decent start. So if he has a land fox, if it's just a land fox, that's probably good for us because we can just Saber Spine and kill it, and he's not going to get a Phoenix Fire out of it unless he inner focuses it this turn. He does inner focus and it gets a bit awkward, but a lot of the time when you know your opponent's hand is full of Phoenix Fires, you just like attack with everything and live with a bunch of 1 health minions, and it always feels super awkward for your opponents to do. Okay, this guy's taking a little bit long. That's fine. Okay, Lantern Fox. Hopefully not another. Okay, it looks like it's Spell High. But he doesn't have a spell to play though. Okay, he does have a spell. Would have been nice if he didn't, but not the end of the world. I think I'm gonna get rid of the inner focus. Wanted a little bit more then. Oh well. We will make this trade. It's a bit too awkward to trade both in. We might as well be efficient with our damage. And we'll just hit him here. So we know he has Phoenix Fires. Spell High is honestly a matchup that I'm not really thrilled about when I play this kind of Songhai. I feel like their removal is decent enough against our deck, especially if they're running Ghost Lightning, which I can imagine there's a good chance he is. And then you get to a point where the board's kind of equal, and then they play a little bit more healing than you, and then they just have more burst than you. So I don't actually think it's a very good matchup for this deck. But it can depend. Losing Jaxi, I'm inclined to say it probably hurt the matchup, just because it's definitely a minion that helps the more aggressive Songhai to snowball. I wonder if I feel like I probably want to get rid of Saber Spine. I'm just looking for as many threats as I can. And I think I actually will go ahead and inner focus my Land Fox. Just make sure we get it. Make sure we get 2 out of it. I was thinking about doing it to the back, but I don't want to let Mask of Shadows get value actually. So I'll do it like this. And I have to consider if I want to protect my back. Because Mistwalking is a card that is definitely in his deck. gonna be a little bit awkward if he runs into the corner and now my healing mystic's out of range. But I don't have a Mask of Shadows. I think I can make up for that by healing my Land Fox. So we're giving up immediate damage next turn, but we're getting a little bit more value out of it. If I was just healing myself and doing it, then I feel like I'm not really accomplishing anything. If I'm gonna risk, losing an attack with this thing, then I would like to progress my board in another way, if that makes sense. I think I'm making some sense here. Could be wrong. 2 more Land Foxes, not a bad next turn. Alright, so he did have the Mistwalking, so it's probably a good thing that we played it like that. Okay. A little bit awkward. I guess I'll get rid of the Phoenix Fire. I'm sure we'll have no problem getting enough of them. Well, actually I kind of just want to trade, hit Land Fox. Play 2 Land Foxes. That's probably enough pressure. Then I still don't need this though. Yeah. Like, we're taking a bit of damage, which is not what we want to do, obviously. Okay. Play 1 here. Now we have to consider, can he even get away with Mask of Shadows on my back? He'll beat 15. I'll have 3 Land Foxes, 8. Yeah, there's no way he can really get away with this, so I think it's fine not to protect my back here. So I guess we can just box him in a little bit. I'm not in the best position to box him in. Well, let's just do it this way. So we're not backstabbable, and we'll hit him here. Alright. So next turn we have the possibility of, having 4 Phoenix Fires. So I think we're in a pretty good position here. It's hard. It's pretty impossible to imagine that our hand's not going to be full of Phoenix Fires, which kind of means he has to survive this turn and kill us the following turn, because that's just way too much damage for most decks to withhold. It's actually, the thing with Land Fox is, it's quite interesting to see, at least I think so, in that, it wasn't Phoenix Fire wasn't a card we were running much beforehand, but when you have Land Fox, it's fine having heaps of them, and I feel like I really want to mulligan them, and I think the reason for that is I think it shows that they're a really good card in multiples. Which is quite interesting, I think. So I believe we have lethal here. Or maybe we don't, because this one's not in range. Because we could go like this, 11. Yeah. Last spell was in a focus though. That's 9, 11. Nah, still the same problem. So we'll get rid of this. Oh, did we just top deck? No, we didn't. Yes, we did. Right? 11. Then we have 4 Phoenix Fires. Okay, that was a pretty nice top deck. But I guess there's a few cards that could do that. So we do that. We come in here, get our 4th Phoenix Fire. And we blast him. Oh, this feels good. Wait, did I have it anyway? I think I might have had it anyway, actually. It's more fun to pretend we top decked it, though. Finishing off with 4 Phoenix Fires, pretty nice. Alright, pretty good start to the video. My memory is completely failing me today, but I think the first game was Songhai as well. Might have been Abyss. I'm probably looking like an idiot because you guys have just watched it. But you know, there's a chance we might get a non-Abyssian Songhai matchup, but I don't think it's that likely. It's just a very stale meta at the moment. At the top of best rank, I don't know about lower.
Versus Songhai.
But I mean, a video of just Abyssian and Songhai is probably not the end of the world because if you're, you know, if you're up higher in the ladder, you're going to be versing the same matchups, and there's probably merit to watching a video of the matchups that you'll be playing a lot. It's not as enjoyable to watch, I can't imagine, but you want to have a representation of the ladder. That's a very good trade for me. I'll take that every day. Would have been lovely to see a Heartseeker there, but still a very nice start. Alright. Land Fox are just so good. Especially if you have low cost cards and you can empty your hand. It's really nice. Okay. So how do we deal with the mask? We can't really deal with it this turn. And our problem is that we really... Playing Lantern Fox means that it's not going to really get value. So I don't think we're actually going to play the Lantern Fox. I think what I might do is simply equip Mask of Shadows and Phoenix fire his face. Or is it better just to play the Lantern Fox, and even though it won't gain value? I think I'll just play the Lantern Fox. There's a chance I can, you know, possibly bait him into... I could bait him into going for a backstab if he has Silhouette, and then it's probably really punishing. Yeah. I'll do this. It's a bit risky, but it has a really high payoff if he's greedy enough to Silhouette Tracer me, I think. Yeah. Like, he still has to have a hit, and then I'll just take a hit for my general. It's not that much damage. Definitely an interesting decision. I mean... Ooh, that's really annoying. If he didn't have that, I think I was in a good position. Ooh, not what I wanted to see. Okay. We can't block an attack and kill a Tusk Ball, can we? Oh, we can actually. So we'll do that. I think we just have to risk the fact that he has Silhouette Tracer, because we've definitely fallen behind here. Okay, he has the Silhouette. Hopefully he doesn't have another source of damage. Oh, no way he did that. He must have another Mask of Shadows, but he can't. Really? I did not see that coming. Let's go to Kaido. That was surprising. Huh. So we obviously want to hit him. I guess we can just do that now. Maybe he has an Artifact Hunter in hand? So I can heal Tusk Ball and play everything. So yeah, we'll do that. So we can clear the board here, which I think we want to take the safe option, even though it's a lot of damage to give up. Interesting. I feel like he might have an artifact hunter, but we didn't see one from him the last time we versed this guy, so. Even if he does have artifact hunter though, I feel like he probably has to go for the healing mystic. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Hopefully we can finish it off next turn. There's a decent chance. So hopefully it's not just another all Songhai mirror matchup. But you know, Songhai mirror matchup is probably better than some mirror matchups in my opinion. It's very dynamic. It's very back and forth. Especially when you have, you know, Mask of Shadow, mind games and stuff like that. But then also, sometimes it's so one-sided, which is obviously not fun at all to watch. Okay, so he's made a bit of a mistake here. Easy mistake to make, just forgetting that I can get a free backstab off here. Okay. Probably should play that. Let's play this first. No need to give him a free backstab. It's quite tempting to just killing edge here, because it's the most damage, and it's harder for him to avoid. Yeah. If we have Tusk Ball and Phoenix Fire next turn, it should be pretty decent chance that we can finish off the game anyway. It means Ghost Lightning is not going to really destroy us, so I think it's definitely better, even though it's, you know, always feels a bit weird to killing edge a Tusk Ball. I wonder if it's possible for him to kill us. Well, Silhouette. Maybe I shouldn't have run forward. Did I run forward my general? No, I backstabbed the thing. I have to do that. I probably could have played Heartseeker here actually, because Silhouette Tracer double Mask of Shadows is lethal. I think it was. So that was, you know, one way I left myself open to lethal, which is always a mistake. If you could have 100% avoided lethal without really impairing yourself, obviously that's not something you want to do. Alright. Songhai always shows me a bit more resistance than I suspect it will. Not what I wanted to see. Very close to lethal, but not close enough. Which actually is not good news for us at all. So I'm gonna protect myself from backstab. We probably won't die here, but yeah, we definitely. Well, I don't know if there was that much I could have done differently. But yeah, I'm still annoyed at myself just for like not putting a Heartseeker in my back. Because if I died last turn, I never would have forgiven myself. But yeah, I don't think there's too much we could have done differently. If he has Cyclone Mask, that could be quite a bit awkward. We know Songhai will be running more healing than us. I don't run Rejuvenated in this deck, and he runs Rejuvenated plus 4 Winch Magi. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see at all. As long as he doesn't have healing, we have a very live draw. Ugh. Gotta stop talking about these things. Oh. Okay, we might as well run forward now. There's no reason not to. Do we send in the Kaido and the Phoenix Fire? I think we do. Maybe now that I'm not running Juxes in the deck, I should take out the Kaidos and probably like Primus Fist or something. But I mean, it's still just a fine 2-drop. Okay, if he can't pop the mask and he can't heal, he can probably win. But that's a lot to ask. Okay. Do we go for it anyway? We're getting... He's on a low amount of cards, I guess. Might get rid of the Tusk Ball, because it's just a bit awkward anyway. Because we have to be in range of his minions then. See, this is like a mistake I see a lot in positioning. There's no reason to let me possibly run away here from a minion. Alright. We will Phoenix Fire first, get rid of the artifact. We don't want to take that damage and we don't want to lose a charge on our artifact. We'll put him to 1 HP. So he basically has to kill us this turn. Not necessarily, we have a lot of dead draws still, but it also is just a matter of time before we find a Spiral Technique. This deck does run 2, and I do love a deck where I feel like I can comfortably run 2 Spiral Techniques. I definitely wouldn't run less than 2 Spiral Techniques in this deck. So many times on turn 7 onwards you want a Spiral Technique. Yeah, and you can often plan around, you know, turns 5 and 6 just go completely ham, and there's a good chance he'll draw into a Spiral Technique because you're drawing, you know, 3 cards a turn. Alright, so that game did go for a little bit longer than I hoped, but I think we can get in one more game. You know, it's been a while since I've made a video, so yeah, we'll make it a little bit of a longer one. So hopefully not another Songhai match. And also, guys, just one thing I wanted to mention: if you have any, you know, kind of video ideas that you want to see other than just gameplay and, you know, like free-to-play account stuff, let me know. I obviously can't do all of them, but it's definitely something I'm considering. I had a few, especially I was going to do about, you know, the latest patch, the last patch, but then obviously the new patch came in, changed that. But if you have some ideas, stuff you want to see, please do let me know, and I'll at least consider it. You know, I'm not the best with video editing, but I'm sure I can figure something out. Unfortunately, another Songhai mirror match. You have to excuse me, I don't know why this is taking so long. I really don't know at all. Okay, I'll give it a little bit longer. Might have to... Maybe my internet stopped working. Let's have a look. It says it's still working. Go away, please. I might have to just call this the video. Pretty terrible way to end, I guess. But yeah, anyway, guys, we'll call that a video then. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And also, you know, some more videos on the new patch. Trying to develop a deck which can, you know, counter this rather stale meta. And that's where you want the, you know, the game to be. Even if there's a stale meta, hopefully there'll be a counter deck that can, you know, break open the metal, which I think eventually will be found. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sorry about this.